Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It is Teleathon Day. Hey, we ain't had one of these in about 3 weeks or so. We going in. We're going in. It's gonna be heavy today. I've been translating like crazy, I've been up since I got up at 6:04 this morning. Was translating at about 6:15. Almost done with the book of Yahusha Joshua. It's a very intense translation book because of the fact there's so many new names of cities. Uh, so many new names of cities. It's like off the charts. And what it does is it tells you how much Yahuwah gives to his people and what he's ready to do. So before I go in, let's get a mic check. Give me a mic check because we going in. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. We going in today. Hey, this is Teleathon Day. I want y'all to remember some great stuff. Y'all check me out. Let me give me a mic check. My mic check's coming in. All right, I'm waiting on you. That way I'll know to go. All right. Hannah told me I'm straight. My sister Hannah told me I'm good to go. So here's what this is Teleathon. We do kingdom business. Now, everybody got to understand the title of this Teleathon is very profound. This is Operation Breakthrough. Now, listen. When that little boy say, listen, Linda, listen. Little famous boy on YouTube, he said, listen, Linda, listen. Everybody got to listen. We done come a long way in a relatively short period of time. Long way. You got to understand, this is like a 5 to 7 year minimal project. This is 5 to 7 years that we are getting done from the time we started the telethon. So go started the campaign, I should say, I'm sorry. From the time we started the campaign, now I have been doing some translation, but it took me over a year just to really practice getting the translation rhythm. I know the Abari, the Hebrew. I know the Abari, which is Hebrew. I know the Aramaic, right? But it's not just something I'm just sitting around talking every single day. I talk in my native tongue, which is English. But when I'm in there studying, I'm studying from the earliest scriptures I can find. And then my brain is converting them over to English, which has been doing over 30 years. I got great at understanding the foundations of Abari, Hebrew, and Aramaic, around 2007. So going on 18 years. But it's not just something I practice saying every single day. I just utilize it from the scriptures, right? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Brother Daniel Libby, Overseer Daniel Libby said, everybody, you got to make some deposits. I'm going to give you the juice. If we're going to break through, we got to have as many people participating as possible. Everybody's got to come in. You hit the like button. If you are his witness, you'll hit the share button. This is very simple. You'll share it out. You'll share it on your social media. You'll text it to 3 or 4 people, and you got to let people know and let Yahuwah know you ain't ashamed of him and that you are. This is an authentic mission, life for you. You're living an authentic life. You're not living a fake life. You ain't doing this fake organized religion stuff. So look, Operation Breakthrough, if you look back when we started the campaign, November 9th, 2023. How long ago is that? Well, let's just say we give it the month of November, December. That's 2 months, then give it 12 months to get to that particular, I'm talking about the Roman calendar, that's 14 months. Now we're at another 3+ months, so 17 months. Now, what have we got done? All of the Bariyt Hadash, done. That's the New Testament done. Now that in and of itself is a minimum 2.5, two. Let me give you real, because I'm always talking like somebody just working crazy around the clock. If you are just progressively but committed doing the translations, you're looking at 2.5, 3 years minimum just for the Bariyt Hadash. For the Tanak, you're looking at a minimum 3.5, let's call it 4 years. So give it 3 years really for the Bariyt Hadash, and then add another year for the Tanakh. So call it 7 years to do this project. If you you're working hardcore every day, you got a good team, and you know what you're doing, and you're focused, about 7 years to get a decent translation out. Now, everybody listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Listen carefully. In 17 months, we've got the Bariyt Hadash done, and we've got 3/4, right at 3/4 of the Tanakh done. We're on pace to finish by May 31st. It just depends on how many new names we got to translate, because names is the key. Let me explain why names are the key. People say, well, what? Because you're just translating, right? No. We're creating something that's extra special. This is a mega bonus. Everybody hit the like button, Brother Adam said, before I go in? I'm checking. Ain't enough people hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're in here listening, you can always unlike. Some of y'all brand new listening in. But because it's your time, come in and put your stamp on it. Hit like. If you don't like it, just click it again and unlike it. But I guarantee you, if you're looking for the truth, you done found it. Some of y'all been praying. You done went through so much bull crap and organized religion and Christianity and your family and traditions. And now you done click this button here. Man, you in for an absolute pleasant, exciting, life-changing surprise of your life. Shout out to Brother Daniel Bakote doing Kingdom Business. All right, I told y'all, it's like a 7-year project. We hit this thing because it took me a year plus to get the flow. It took me 1 year just to do Bereshit, Genesis. 1 year. I started in around April 2022, May 2022. And I had to just get the flow, because I know when I'm translating, I know it's going to be scrutinized, because we come up with the name, the Truth Scriptures. Now, let me explain Promote the Truth real quick. Promote the Truth. People say, who owns Promote the Truth? Yahweh owns Promote the Truth. We are the facilitators. Where is this jurisdiction? Heaven. So we're different. You can't just pin us down. It's our religious beliefs that no government controls us. We're only controlled by the Malakuta, Shemia, the kingdom of heaven. So we're all over the place. We're not in one particular place. There's several of us that's been moving this thing along for all these years. Promote the Truth been around almost 18 years. We've been moving it around for 18 years, so we're fluid. We're all over the place. Now watch. Took me about a year and a half just to get that Genesis down. Because I know everybody's going to scrutinize it. We, the collective, come up with the name Truth Scriptures. It just so happens that Lena and I took the lead on, and I guess they said I'm the better speaker of it, but there's several of us. I happen to have a calling of an emissary, which is rare. Maybe 5 of us on the earth, maybe. True ones. I'm talking about true, who believe that Yahuwah is the only Mashiach. That's what's going to separate everything right away. Does a person believe that the only Savior that there's ever been is Yahuwah? The real name is Mashiach. Adam's at 18 years. Woo. I was one, and I found it when I was 39, Adam. It took me to 39 to find Yahuwah. I'm wondering why did it take me 39 years to find Yahuwah? Especially we watch things like the Ten Commandments, Indiana Jones. Yahuwah's name's been through all that stuff. Those movies that's been sitting there. So I'm telling you, everybody got to get this in a soul. You got to get the miracle that's being done before your eyes. It would take 7 years, really minimum, to do the 66 books, not including we're working on plans to do the lost books, the quote lost books. We're going to study that right when we're done. We got to get these 66 done. So it takes me over a year to get the great flow. And then I'm testing it because we're having little private, intimate gatherings about the translations that we're doing. Finally, the little small group we had, probably 10, 15, no more than 20 people, that was on these live gatherings, not including the people in the background. You know, we're looking at the trend. Everybody's going, man, this is the most clear we've ever heard it. I don't know how it's going to be received. I just know I'm not going to put my opinion in it when I'm translating. And I know the researchers. You know how much research it takes to do. We did we got a professional budget. What would a budget be to do what we've done thus far? So the budget would be $3 million to do it. Just what we've done thus far. I think it's like 3.2 million to do it. We ain't brought in nowhere near nothing like that. When we decided to let people contribute to speed it up, because I was doing 2 hours. Now let me tell you, I'm explaining that too. Another reason was over a year, because I was doing somewhere between 2 hours. I do 2 hours minimum a day. That would be my first 2 hours. I would translate for over a year because I had businesses. I got a family, I got a wife, kid, take care of, right? So, but I could, because I have my own business, I could devote the first 2 hours to translating and then go catch up with my business. Now, doing that, I got Genesis done in a year. Then I got Exodus, so that's Bereshit is Genesis. I got Shemut, which is Exodus, done in about a month, a little over a month. Because I had the flow, it was just popping off the page to me like crazy once you got in there. And now you're conscious, competent, staring at it every day, and you're just getting into a rhythm of how do I take that language of Abari and get it over to English and then have the exact meaning that Yahuwah meant for it in the language of Hebrew, Abari. How do we do that? I've got that rhythm. And what I was doing was I was testing it with the small group we had over that year time, and everything was checking. Then we released some of it out into the public. Start releasing some stuff we're doing on YouTube. And then we were just subtly going, can anybody challenge this? To prove this is wrong. Now, I'm going, man, you got what scholars? You got Hebrew scholars, you got Greek scholars, right? Christian scholars, you got Jewish scholars, you got all these scholars out there. And at the time we had, when we first started doing this, 4,000 or 5,000 back in April, May 2022 subscribers. 5,000, 6,000 going all the way up into the end of 2023. 8,000, around I say it was around October. Then we said, Lena comes to me and she says, you need to go live on YouTube and we should allow people to see if they really want to support this. And if they really want to support it, then everything can speed up, can pick up. Because like most of our team, they all worship Yahuwah. But they're over there, got families, taking care of their families with our businesses, our traditional businesses. I said, Lena was like, what if we could pull those people off of that, assign a couple of them to keep the businesses floating, just kind of moving, and then let people see if they want to just get you, primarily me as from the main translator, to just be able to dedicate 8 to 16 hours a day translating. So instead of going just 2 hours, maybe 3, go 8 to 16 hours. What would that do? And then have the research, because a lot of times I got to do research. I got to check out, I got to go vet this word and get the idioms of the time and make sure that everything is checking out. We look at verses and go back and we'll look at other versions and we'll say, we'll bounce that thing. But if I've got, hey, she said she didn't get the telegram alert. Hold on. Yeah, I see people liking it. It just popped up or something? The telegram. Make sure the gram is working. We got quite a bit of people on here already, so it's doing something good. Now, yeah, but it should. Do y'all see it? Lorena, did all y'all get the telegram notices on Telegram? Because I see people seeing it. But it might have just popped up. You never know with the internet and stuff, so it's kind of crazy at times. Might have been an internet thing. People saying they got it. Now watch. So we come on and we ask the public. Now there's so many of you on here now that we're just locking step like we always known each other forever. True. There's so many of you, like we just been. It's like, man, I know you, Anna. Like I done known Anna and Eileen and both Eileens and Hannah and Michaela, like Sister Queen, Lisa, Latoya, Donna. It's like we done known each other forever. And almost every one of y'all, almost all of y'all, I've never met you personally. We had a group of 40. Adam, go to pttgram.com. Everybody here supposed to be on the Telegram. That's where we do. You ain't gonna get it. Everything is first happening from there. I'll put it on the screen. Go to PTT Gram on your cell phone. When you go to pttgram.com, it's going to take you to your app store. Whether it's on Android or iPhone, it's going to take you to the app store. And then that'll take you straight to our channel where we do all the announcements, we do training, we do inspirations, we do discipleship. All the juice happens on the Telegram channel. We got all kind of information in other places, but the day-to-day juice, you're going to get it on Telegram. If you love Yahuwah, you're going to be on the Telegram. Ain't no way around it. So all of you should just go over there. It's free. Hey, and I think a lot of times people wonder about the notifications. Look, it's very simple. If you don't want your phone going ding, ding, because this ain't a group chat. This is just promote the truth. We put out the information. You can leave emojis. Nobody can communicate back and forth. So you ain't going to get all these notifications all day. We'll put out 2, sometimes 2, maximum 3 or 4 a day. But if you don't want to hear any dings and just check it when you want, just hit your settings and put it on always mute. You can mute it always. You can just mute it. Like mine sits on mute. All of my Telegram groups, if I'm a part of a Telegram group, I always put it on mute. Some people don't mind the ding, whatever. They want to get that notification. Me, I'm so busy, I check it when I get time. Hopefully that helps y'all out. So everybody should go to Telegram and join the Telegram. PTTgram.com is right here on the screen. PTTgram.com. Now, pay attention because I'm getting you to understand where you're at. See, once you truly understand where you're at, you're going to get way deep in there. That's why TS Info, right here on the screen now, tsinfo.org is critical because it's putting you in a miracle. You all of a sudden are participating in the energy, in the spirit of a miracle. It's what Yahuwah calls signs and wonders. Like when he parted the sea, like when he sent the locusts and the frog. This is happening. This is the precursor to it happening now. And if you're just reasonable, you're gonna go, yep, something major's happening here. Leader goes, let's ask the people. I said, all right. Because our businesses were kind of moving along, but they weren't doing like they always do. I built several multi-million-dollar annual businesses, right? And I've been attacked all over. I always wanted to take the money from the businesses and get my own archaeological team, my own translation team. I wanted to get the researchers and start doing digging, and because I know places in the Middle East that's got some of these writings still. So I'm like, I'm gonna build these businesses. The businesses get big and then they get attacked. The businesses get big, right when I was gonna take the money and go, let's go do it. They get attacked. I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm laying there, and then I just hear Yahuwah saying, do my work first. I'll give you all the desires of your heart. I know you because he knows I love business. I took the energy from professional sports because I was a professional baseball player for 6+ years. I took that energy and put it into business. So that replaced that drive that, of that in those stadiums and performing under pressure. Loved it. Loved it. I just love it. It replaced it for me. So Lena says, this is my wife. She asked me a straight up question. She says, honey, who knows what you know about Yahuwah in the entire world? Like, be honest. Who knows what you know? I was like, probably not too many people. Because while I was building those businesses, I went and personally did major seminars and major expansion with my own 2 feet in 20 countries, minimum 20 countries around the world. We've tracked that I've done businesses between my companies in 90 countries. So with that growth internationally in business, I got to meet so many people. Now, while I'm building these businesses, I've been following Yahuwah for 18 years. I've been an entrepreneur for like 30 years. So I started as an entrepreneur in 1995. 30 years. So I've been an entrepreneur. I haven't had to have a regular job since 1995. And that regular job wasn't even regular because I was playing professional sports. That wasn't even regular. That ain't normal, right? Because I'm getting paid to play. So I came out of professional sports and then went into business, and then I never worked a job anymore. Other than, I take it back, I quit professional sports in 1992 to find out why I'm here. And I worked for probably 6 months for Stanley Steamer, cleaning carpets. And I was #1 sales add-on in the nation. Crazy. And I never worked a Saturday. Because back then I thought the Sabbath was Saturday. So I never worked no Saturdays. Yahuwah was teaching me back then. to be set apart. Before I knew anything about his name, my first step was coming out of Sunday worship, going against the grain and going, no, the seventh day on the Gregorian calendar is Saturday. So I would never work a Saturday. And the people at Stanley Steamer, which is what, the largest carpet cleaning business in the USA, they're like, ain't no way in the world you're gonna make it not working on Saturdays. That's the busiest day of the week. And I was busting all of them on add-on sales. Like you go in for say a job was $49 or $79, clean 2 rooms, and that job I'd finish, come out of it with $500, $600, $700. So I end up getting a sofa, getting some protector, and get some deodorant, and clean this, and do this, and cut a deal. Next thing you know, I pick up a neighbor. I would just hustle like that. Why? My granddaddy, I came off the hog farm, man. We hustle. Back to the story. Lena said, who know what you know? I said, I don't think too many people in the world know what I know. I don't think too many people in the world pay what I paid to know what I know. That's why you can't shake me. You can't intimidate me. You cannot financially or spiritually intimidate me. I done seen too much. Yahuwah done put me through. Now you understand when he says, I require gold refined in the fire. I understand where it says, look for wisdom more than anything. See, I got that wisdom. Commit. When I walked away from playing professional baseball, after winning my second back-to-back, so my back-to-back second stolen base championship in the minor leagues, going to the major league. So the coach right now, the Texas Rangers, Bruce Bochy, that was my coach coming up through the minor leagues. I helped him get to the major leagues. I was his leadoff hitter that got him there. If you talk to him today, he'll tell you that, hey, Jay Nolan, one of the top reasons I got here. I was leading on them teams. I walked away from it to find out why I'm here. I ain't know nothing about no name of Yahuwah. I want to know why I'm really here. You can't look around. That's why the scripture says we're left without excuse. We're left without excuse because nature tells you something much greater than we are. You can't have a painting without a painter. You can't have creation without a creator. You can't. I don't know. My AC going in here. You just can't have it. Hold on a minute. There it is. You can't have that. So I'm using common sense. I'm like, these trees and the way the weather patterns work. This ain't, something created all of this. So I asked how did I get here? I know mama and daddy, but who created them? Ain't y'all ever asked yourself the question? How did I get here and why am I here? And where do humans come from? Where do animals come from? How does the trees grow like they grow? How does the ocean function like it functions? How does air work the way it has oxygen in it? And if I keep breathing, I stay alive. That's my daddy right there. See, it says JD Nolan. See? You gotta put senior on there, daddy. I'm junior. You gotta put senior up there on your name. I thought you had it on there. Fact, my daddy said, fact, for real, the truth. JD Jr. is devoted to doing what Yahuwah. Daddy take it. My dad, who is on here now, who follows Yahuwah now. He didn't for many years, but now he does. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. He raised me intentionally, like for real. Some of y'all don't understand this. Some parents do that. I had a parent that intentionally raised me to be a professional baseball player, like for real. He instilled it in me and made me think I'm as good as anybody in the world as a little boy. And for it to come true, which is a big deal, because only 1 in 500,000 kids that play baseball, you see them little kids running around out there, T-balling in the park, 1 in 500,000 get to sign a professional contract just to become a professional. 1 in 500,000. Hard. It's hard, like finding a needle in 50,000 haystacks. Not just in one haystack. You find a needle. So all of a sudden I do it. Then when I do it, I become one of the best ever at it. I'm like, for real. You ask a lot of people that. I was really, 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 really good at doing it. It's called 5 tools. I can beat you 5 different ways. I can beat you with my legs. I can beat you with my arm. I can beat you with my bat. I can beat you with my glove. I can beat you mentally. I can beat you all kind of places. So I want to know why I'm here. So I said, I quit. Now, what do you think my dad said? What do you think my granddaddy said? I was the first professional athlete out of 2 hometowns. See, my hometown in Kentucky, Winchester, Kentucky, and my hometown in Florida, Spring Hill, Florida, because I graduated high school in Florida. So my 11th and 12th grade year, I moved to Florida because my dad had moved there. My parents had got divorced. My dad went to Florida. Way better opportunity in sports in Florida. So I went to Florida. Finished. First professional athlete out of that town. First professional athlete out of my town in Kentucky. I was in the newspaper pretty much every single day for years. Years. Now, you just imagine that. See, I'm bringing y'all in because I'm telling you what I paid to know what I know. Literally in the paper. My dad had a scrapbook like you would not believe. My ex, I know he's tore up at her because she left it in a storage and didn't pay the bill. And somebody got a scrapbook and signed balls. I mean, crazy stuff. And I tell my parents and my grandparents and all of my family, it was not just the parents, it's the family. All these hopes of the people was on my shoulders, like they were riding with me. Daniel, they did. They said, what the hell are you doing? I want y'all to feel that. Monica, I want you to feel. Monica, you know, small town in Kentucky. I come home, man, and everybody, I was celebrating all the time. I had carte blanche. I could walk in, free tickets, blah, blah, blah. As I grew up, once I got 21, I didn't stand in no lines. I walked straight to the front of the line, all the clubs around any country I was in. Then all of a sudden, I catch myself. My roommate is Alex Rodriguez. I'm playing next to Ken Griffey Jr. Because, see, I had quit, then I came back. You know why I came back? Because I left the Baptist. I became an ordained Baptist minister in November 1992. For real. Ordained. I found out they were a joke. I said, this is a joke. All the pastors and everything. I don't care how good intentions you got. Some of them were my relatives. I said, man, I'm out of here. So y'all clowns in here. They came in. I saw the contradictions in 1992. I saw them in the King James. I said, this ain't right. This here contradicts that. Can y'all explain this to me, pastors, theologians, scholars? No. None of them. So I got this little thing in the mail one day. It talked about end time prophecy. Come down to Lee's Theater. Daddy, Lee's Theater. Downtown Main Street, Winchester, Kentucky. Free seminar. Learn end time prophecy. Going to be going on every day for 1 week. I didn't know who was behind it. I said, let me go check this out. I didn't know it was the Seventh-day Adventists. They do these things all over the country. So if you ever see end time prophecy and that type of stuff, more than likely it's Seventh-day Adventists. I went in there for that whole week. I said, man, this is way more truth than the Baptists. And that's what made me understand that, because they do the Saturday Sabbath thing. I said, well, for sure, I can't play no ball, because that's the big games on and playing ball. I'm out. So they wanted me. They put me in their news. They put me in their magazines. I was in the Seventh-day Adventist magazine. They got a big organization. Now, at the same time, my dad left the Baptist church. He became a Jehovah's Witness. So he trying to subtly. He never forced nothing down my throat, other than he pushed me hard to be a professional baseball player. He like really built me. He pushed me hard. But he didn't push anything else down my throat. He didn't push who I dated, what the skin color was. My daddy never got caught up in the racism. He never got caught up in the, calling somebody ugly or anything like that. He didn't believe in none of that. So he became a Seventh-day Adventist and said, hey, he told me, he said, son, I'm telling you, that Baptist church, I'm sorry I put you in there. That's crazy. So I know. I said, I'm going Seventh-day Adventist. So we go back and forth talking about it. He's Jehovah's Witness. I'm Seventh-day Adventist. And we both were cool. I even went over to church one time. I was bored as all get out. That was boring, Daddy. I was bored all in places. I was bored. It was just more intriguing to me, the Seventh-day Adventist thing, because of the prophecy and all of that. But when I asked them the tough questions, and that mean they took me down to Chattanooga. Y'all know Little Debbie Cakes? If you live in the USA, Little Debbie Cakes is owned by the Seventh-day Adventists. They said, we get you a job at Little Debbie Cakes. We get you a full scholarship here at the college. They got a Seventh-day Adventist college down there, Chattanooga. We get you a job over there. I said, boy, I eat all them cakes. Boy, y'all know some of them things were delicious. I used to tear them up back in the day. Them little chocolate thing with the cream in the middle. Woo! Man. I said, I get to eat all them cakes. They said, all the cakes you want. Plus, we're going to pay you and give you a full scholarship. I started asking them to talk, and they assigned one of their top pastors to me. He drive me around, visiting places, showing me stuff, giving me tours, having his family watching over me. I don't know, man. It was a trip. But when I asked them the tough question, they couldn't answer them. I said, man, y'all clowns too. I'm out. It took me about a week of being out. I'm driving down the road one day. Now I'm not in the Baptist church. I'm not in a Seventh-day Adventist church. I had said, hey man, resign my ordination. I don't want to be no ordained Baptist minister. I don't do none of this. I'm driving down the road, and I look out the window, and now what is it? So I quit baseball November 92. Spring training is happening in February 93. All my teammates sending me messages going, man, quit tripping, man. When you showing up to spring training? It happens in mid-February, March. So February, March going, I ain't go to spring training. San Diego Padres, who I was with at the time, the front office would send me messages from time to time saying, look, we know you're probably going through some things. We don't know exactly what it is. And anytime, just let us know. Come back. We'll put you AAA in Las Vegas. Go perform with, you're going to the major leagues. If you just go show you still got it. I got the messages. February going by, March going by, April going by, May gone by, June go by, July go by. And right around July is when I said, I can't deal with these Seventh-day Adventists either. Driving down the road, Monica. I looked up at the sky, and I'm gonna tell you what I screamed out. I said, God, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. God, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm not kidding you. Here's my steps. I said, God, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. When I got to a phone, there wasn't no cell phones back then. When I got to a phone, first thing I did was call my agent. I said, I'm coming back. Now, the season's going to end in September. This is July, late July. I immediately get a phone call from the Padres saying, hey, you can still get a good month in. We're going to fly you out to Vegas. You know, we're going to work you out. You ain't got to get on the field. Just get in the training. We'll have a training program for you. We'll give a specialized. They was wanting to give me carte blanche, fam. You know what I said? I said, man, I'm glad y'all called me. I'm glad. I said, you know, we'll get back to you. I called my agent and says, I'm not going back to the Padres. She said, they still got your rights. I said, didn't you tell me if I didn't play an entire season that would make me a free agent? And then they would no longer have my rights? It was a lady that worked with this dude. She basically was. They was partners. She said, yes. Name was Rhonda. She said, yeah. I said, I ain't going back. She said, are you for real? I said, I'm for real. She said, what are you going to do? I said, I was in Kentucky. I said, I'm going to call my daddy. I called my dad. I said, hey, I'm going back. He said, all right, son. My dad didn't sweat me about this. I'm telling y'all. When I quit, he didn't hardly say nothing. He just kind of shook his head. My granddad and grandma and my aunts and uncles, they was going nuts, and cousins. They was like, what? And my mother was crying all the time. You're not a carpet cleaner. You're a professional baseball player. My mother would cry. I'm not telling y'all this. I'm getting y'all to get in here. Because we all got to we got to go ahead and count the cost. And the number one thing I believe that Yahuwah loves more than anything is authenticity, realness. And I tell you, hey, I'm going to become a free agent. So at the end of October, whenever the World Series is done, that completes the season. And then now if you haven't played, you become a free agent. So I called my daddy. I said, I'm coming down. I'm working out. I'm going to get back in shape. So I went down to Florida. My dad had a little cleaning business. He said, I'll give you some. He said, I ain't got much, but I can give you some money, you know, to keep yourself moving, some gas in the car, get you something to eat, go out and have a good little time with your friends. Man, I went to Florida. I went to working out, and I just went to partying. Tell y'all the truth. I went from the pulpit to partying. For real. See, ain't nobody, most people going to try to paint some story like they're like, oh, I've always been so holier than thou. I'm telling y'all, Yahuwah don't deal like that. Go look at all his people he loved, Dewey and all them. They buck wild at times. I was buck wild with them. Yahuwah respect that more than them fake Christian and fake organized religion crap. He respects that realness. He said, I'd rather you be hot or cold. If you're in the middle, I'm going to spit you out. I said, you ain't going to spit me out. I opt out. I want to do my thing. Hit, run, lift weights, get in shape, hit, run, bam, throw. I was working out. Told my agent, she said, is there any particular team you want to play with? I said, well, one of my best friends, Jay Gaynor, got traded to the Colorado Rockies. I said, I called Jay up. He said, man, it's awesome over here. He said, plus the ball jumps like crazy. He said, you go crazy over here. I said, I want to go to the Rockies. I said, go negotiate with them. I could pick any team I want. I'm for real. They gave me good money. I signed the contract. Went to camp, 1994. Tore it up in camp. And then they said, you sit out a year. We can't just put you in the major league. We can't even put you in AAA. You got to go to AA up in New Haven, Connecticut. I said, for real? They said, yeah. I said, that's kind of like embarrassing for me. They said, we don't know. You've been out a year. I said, all right. I went there for a month, tore them up. They said, all right, sit me out to Colorado Springs. Tore them up. Hitting about 400 going into August. They said September 1st, you're going to the major leagues. And then the baseball strike hit August 12, 1994. It ain't never happened before. I literally believe back then that Yahweh was guiding and watching me be as raw as I could be. See, some of y'all just too damn fake. And Yahweh don't like that. You ain't going to find him in that world. Because I was so real, I believe Daddy was sitting there watching over me. Let me make my mistakes. Let me get my head beat down. Let me get emotionally jacked up inside, but I was real. Leave me alone. Then he let the baseball strike happen. Never has happened before where a baseball strike cancels a World Series and almost an entire spring training. So I didn't get to go do my major league that I've been working my whole life for. I decided to go to Venezuela. October. And they have their major league starts, the Latin American countries, their major league runs for 3 months, October, November, December, part of January, actually 4 months. So I signed a major league contract with La Guaira Tiburones in Caracas, Venezuela. Crazy. That place is bizarre. It was wild, but I was wild with them. I ain't even care. I didn't care about dying. Ask my daddy. He knew it. He could see something different. He said, boy, you gone a little bit nuts. I said, yep, I don't care. I don't care if I die. Because one of my best friends in high school killed himself. And I saw his face on the newspaper one day. I was cleaning my daddy's office. His name was Jerry. I said, Jerry, if I'm going out, I'm going all out. That's what hardly any of y'all understand about me. All of y'all out there to judge and do all this stuff with me, let me tell you, I'm all out. I was going to kill myself in 1993. That off season, when I was down there with my dad, one of my best friends, Daddy will tell you, he killed himself. And I was cleaning my dad's office one night about 11 o'clock at night in an HR building, about 150 offices in there. I'm by myself, and on the ground as a newspaper obituary, one of my best friends ever done killed himself. I said, I'm going out. I'm going all out. Why would I kill myself when I could just go out here and just push it and let me die just not being afraid of nothing? If I'm going to die, I want to die with no fear. I want to die just blazing. I want to experience everything I can experience. It's on. So I just went on. And so when I came back and played what they didn't understand on the field and why I dominated, and there's something to this mentally, you can apply this in your life. I'm getting to it. I'm going to hit the Realest Deuteronomy, the Bariyt 7. I'm getting ready to hit it. But y'all need to hear this. There's something in my spirit going that the world needs to hear this story and absorb it and get it. Especially because I'm doing the translation. Who am I? Me, I'm telling you. I'm the all-out dude. Yeah. I'm that ride or die dude, like Brother Brian said. I'm gone. If you see me doing it, I'm all in and I love it. My mother called me an extremist. I said, Daddy, you believe that? He goes, yes. From the time you was born, if you was putting together a train track, whatever you was doing, you was all into it. You were so focused, we couldn't get you off of that. So if I'm going to do it, I mean it to the max. When I said, God, leave me alone, I meant it to the max. And the reason I was having so much success on the baseball field, because I wasn't overthinking. See the ball, hit the ball, catch the ball, run. I wasn't going, man, what's going to happen if I don't do it? Man, look, throw the ball up here, watch. I'm going to hit it. Watch what's going to happen. I don't care how hard you throw. Throw it at my head, hit me sometimes. I'm like, all right, you didn't kill me, so I'm going to kill you. And then I come up next bat, pitcher hit me, bam. I come back up with the next bat. My dad will tell you, line drive right back at him. Boom, hit him in the leg or something. Told you. Talking trash. Man, I was one of the greatest trash talkers out there. Ask anybody to play with me. I'm on the base, man. We going back and forth. I stole so many bases. I'm intimidating them. They're trying to intimidate me. I'm in big stadiums, man. I played in Taiwan, 40-some thousand people. Played throughout the Latin Americas. It's almost a riot every night. 45,000 people in the stadiums. Guards carrying machine guns. German shepherds with muzzles on. M80 fireworks going off. The stadium is rocking. You ever seen them soccer games down in Latin America? Same thing with the baseball games. Now I'm out there just wild with them. Wild with them. Why? I'm going to die anyway. I'm going to die going all out. Think about what I'm telling y'all. Dominate. I signed my major league contract while I was in Venezuela. The Rockies wanted me to come back. But that coach for the Rockies at the time, he was messing with me. I said, y'all going to have to give me a whole bunch more money because of him. They was like, what? I said, no. So I said, man, I'm going. And then the Mariners, the reason the Mariners signed me because I tore their asses up. I never got less than 2 hits playing them when we was playing, killing them. They were like, man, the pitchers were like, get him over here. So I signed my major league contract there. We go into spring training in 95. The baseball strike is still going on. They're trying to get me to cross the picket line. I'm like, I ain't going out and be no scab, no scrub. I'm going to have a little boy one day. I felt that in my spirit back then. I ain't going to have him say, my dad sold out. I said, I just go back down to AAA till y'all figure this out. I'm in 370 my first month in AAA. Right when the strike breaks and all of a sudden everybody's coming back. And Alex Rodriguez was with me down there then. Because he was able to go play on both sides with the way his contract was running. All of a sudden, man, the strike break, I blow my elbow out. Y'all see that scar right there? See that scar? What's up, buddy? My son. Say hi to everybody real quick.
Hello, everybody.
Love you. Man, that's that right there. And now I got season-ending surgery, and that's how I got into business. And business taught me how to conduct my life, because you got to have some personal growth like you never believe you ain't going to work a job. If you're not going to work a job, if you're going to go build business, the number one thing to business is you got to be able to have strong personal growth. So I just got in the trenches, building myself, going through years, studying books like Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich, How to Win Friends, Influence People. Going to seminar to seminar to seminar to seminar to seminar to seminar. Learning how to be a strong person. 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. Just building business. 2001, 2003, 2004. I get that itch again. I'm making plenty of money. Got a big old business running. Got a staff running. 36 years old. I'm telling y'all, I was balling. I thought I had everything. But I didn't have true happiness inside. I told God, leave me alone. And that's what I was, alone. But I wasn't happy. And I had all kind of stuff. The stuff that all the people go for, I had a bunch of that. Houses, cars, boats, name it. And I said, I got enough money right now. Y'all listen to me. I got enough money. This is 2004. This is late 2004. I got enough money right now. I can go back and finish what I started in 1992. This is what I said. I can go back and finish. I got the money to do it now. That's why I tell y'all, man, make a bunch of money. Ain't nothing wrong with making a bunch of money. It's gonna give you freedom. It's gonna answer all kind of stuff for you. You just can't have money be your Elohim. And I know even when I had all that money, the money it wasn't my God, wasn't my God, wasn't my Elohim. It was, as soon as I got it, I was like, ooh, I can study now. I got people running the business and money's still coming in. And this is what happened. This is why y'all are here now. Almost every one of you here now because of what I said in 2004 when I had the money. Most people got the money. They ain't going to say what I said. That's why nobody ever going to tell me he doing it for the money. I'm like, y'all can kiss my you know what, because I done walked away from multi-million-dollar contracts in professional sports. I done walked away from multi-million-dollar businesses. And when I got the money, what I did was I went to study to show myself approved. I didn't really put it that way, but I was like, I'm going to study. I'm going to study. Why am I here? And the thing that hit me then was, where did these languages come from? And these scriptures, how did these scriptures get here? And I said, I'm going to spend, and I sit there and average it out. It would be 6 hours minimum a day. Most days it'd be 8 to 10. 6 to 10 hours a day, I would study the origins of words. And I was literally going back and saying, the earliest languages, man, this is like the hieroglyphics and the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And I'm like, what does this mean? And I was putting that all together, all them years. And then when some people got sick and they was wanting to get healed in Jesus' name, I kind of eased back over there because I was studying the Bibles and the scriptures. And I'm like, I think the key to Jesus is the commandments. I'm telling y'all, I thought the key to Jesus was the commandments. I said, the reason Jesus don't work, because he said, away from me, what did he say? Many of you gonna come to me on that day and say, and what, back then, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied and done miracles and cast out demons? Then I'm gonna say, away from me, I never knew you, you workers of lawlessness. Then I went and studied what the lawlessness he was talking about, and the law was the commandments. And I was like, oh, people don't have the power of Jesus because they don't follow commandments. So I went back, I said, I'm gonna follow the commandments. So I started following the commandments, being a Christian again. I went back to the Christian stuff. I said, all right, God, I want to be happy. I told you leave me alone, but I feel lonely. I want to get this right, but I want to study. I don't want no preacher to tell me nothing. I was like, I don't want a preacher to tell me nothing. Hell with these preachers. I ain't want a preacher to tell me nothing. I study, man. Whew, I study. And then, man, a friend of mine came over, had pancreatic cancer, and he says, I don't want to die. Some of y'all heard this story. Some of y'all brand new. Y'all don't know. A lot of y'all ain't heard this. He said, I don't want to die. He said, it said right here in the Bible that for those who believe in his name, anything. And these are the signs that you believe. You shall lay hands on the sick and they shall be healed. He pointed that specific verse out to me. He goes, he was 56 years old at the time. I was like, what, 36, 37? I said, man, I believe with you. I said, I'm here deep in the scriptures and I'm just going to be factual, matter of fact. That dude died in 3 months from the time he said, I don't want to die. In Jesus' name. Then I had a cousin, 25 years old. She died of stomach cancer. Believe everybody laying hands on her in Jesus' name. Then my little Shelby, my little miniature Sharpay, she's the one tipped me over because she was 3 years old. First time I had a girl dog, loved her so to this day my heart trips out over her dying. She died in Jesus' name. And that's what got me to 2007. And that's what got me saying, hey, whoever created this world is, I'm talking to you. I went right back to it. Instead of me saying, leave me alone, I said, don't leave me here to die in my confusion. And that same day, I found Yahuwah's name. When I spent all that time, effort, energy, oh, you mean to tell me, Jay, that the scriptures bear true? When you search for me with all your heart, then I will be found. It don't say you're going to find him any other way. You got to search for him with all your heart. That means you got to come to him with all your heart. And if you haven't searched with all your heart, you're going to have to believe in and believe with somebody who has searched with all their heart. And you can ride off of that faith. You can ride off of somebody else's faith that can shortcut you all your heart searching. You got to get the all your heart part either yourself or you got to hook up with somebody who's done it and you ain't asking no bunch of questions about them. If you either got to hook up and lock in or you got to go in and get the stepping and let me talk to you 2 or 3 years from now and hope Yahuwah don't kill you because he walked you straight up to one of his emissaries who's done it already. Why you think he gave me that? I didn't realize he'd give me that. Come on, Sister Shannon. It's right as a lie. They nobody gave me no title. Yahuwah gave me an assignment. Yahuwah said, this one's for you because you have paid the price. My price is too deep to disrespect me. It's too deep. So if you like me or not, that's up to you. If you respect me or not, that's up to me. So I only roll with people that respect me, and then we like each other. Because I respect everybody that respects me. I don't respect anybody that don't respect me. You go your way, I go my way. Now watch. This is what's amazing. Now, He took the scales off my eyes. I can look at them scriptures. I'm telling y'all, man, this is a trip. So my wife said to me, who know what you know? I said, not too many. Because not too many gonna do what I did. Not too many is gonna commit what I committed. And y'all all know it's true. Everybody listening to my voice is gonna say, yep. Put it in the chat. It's true, Jay. It's true, Brother Jay. What? Maybe one of y'all come close to what I'm talking about, but probably not. You ain't put no 6 to 10 hours a day in. You ain't gave up no $1 million contracts. You ain't gave away all that. You ain't walked away from most. Man, I had some business partners tell me, hey, all you got to do is just let us get away with this stuff, and you're going to have 6 figures a month coming in rest of your life. I said, no, I'm not living in no lie. This is facts. I got tens of millions of dollars owed to me that's been stolen, left me destitute, broke with nothing, because I stood on Yahuwah. That's a fact. I would not walk away from Yahuwah's ways. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't walk away. I just would not go along with the ways of this world. And that's why Yahuwah says, I'm going to pay back what the cankerworm stole from you, what the locust stole from you, what the devourer. He going to give it all back to me and to you who want to roll with us here. But we're doing kingdom business. So how we get it back, we can't just do associations. We can't just do good wishes. We got what the ways of this world is. This world's about business. So we got to get together and coordinate. And if I ask you how many good people got plenty and are abundant, most people with the good hearts, they ain't hardly got nothing. They can't make no impact. Yamani said it, we taking it back. Now watch. And I want everybody to do a strong consideration. I gave you my story. I done gave you my pedigree. I done gave you my background. There ain't no side angles. And I'm telling you, I've been sued, I've been marred, I've been scarred, I've been drugged, and ain't nobody been able to prove none of it true. All they do is set it up. They just set it up. You can read this, read that, ain't none of it true. I prove it all true. I prove every single lie. Open books. What you need to see, I'll show it to you. I got a squad behind me. That's why you can't move people like Sherry and Melanie and Amber and all them. You can't move them. They done seen all the stuff people drug me through. They was wondering, that dude ain't never did nothing to hurt nobody. Why they hate you so much? I carry this name. I know all the ins and outs about this name. I know how to access the power of this name. And this name told me you're going to have to go through some suffering for me to prove you're supposed to be with me. So when people say, well, if you with him, why does he let you go through all of that? Are you crazy? What did he go through? He said, hey, the servant is not greater than the master. If they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. Are you going to believe it or not? Soon as you see somebody getting hot persecuted, the first thing you think is, what's wrong with them? Instead of going, oh, that's a good one there. That's one of them ones. That's one of them true disciples of Yahuwah. If they got some hot persecution on them, and they promoting the name of Yahuwah, you got to watch that part. If they're not promoting and edifying, now I got a track record, goes back years, 18 years promoting the name of Yahuwah, 5 years hardcore on video online out front while I'm going through the hottest persecution. So instead of when I got the hottest persecution of me dropping back and getting real quiet, I came up front and said, "You're going to persecute me. I'm going to turn it up more, Satan." Because why? I told you I'm all out. Look at Sister Amber said, "You can't move us. We are here for long haul, standing back to back." Look at my sis. See? She knows. She got a 3D front row seat. Woo! She got hey, there's some of y'all in here. Y'all, hey, go talk to Brother Daniel Bakote, first overseer y'all who are called out in the New Kingdom movement. Yahuwah told me, show him everything. We just sitting back talking some nights. I said, what do you want to know, man? I said, you being an overseer, you got to be on the front line. You going to roll with me, man? People going to try to dog you too because you rolling with me. I said, ask me anything. He just started asking me this or that. I said, hey, you ain't asking me the right question. Ask me the hard stuff. Then I said, look at this. Look at that. I sent him documents. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this lie. I'm going to prove it. They're trying to get Brother Daniel to come out from underneath this leadership and mentorship and brotherhood, familyhood. Try to pull him out. I done showed him if he done seen too much. So that's what brought me to the Realest Deuteronomy, Dabarim chapter 7, because it ties in with all of this. Yahweh your Elohim will bring you into the land that you are to possess. Then he will force out many nations for you, including the nations of the Hattim, the Gargashim, the Amorim, the Canaanite, the Perizim, the Huyim, the Yebusim, and the Yebusim. These are 7 nations stronger and more powerful than you. I know it. I know that all the opposition seems more powerful than we are. I understand. I believe with everything I got that Yahuwah is doing a remix. I believe Yahuwah is doing a remix. I believe he's showing us, because who could think with as powerful as this world's government systems are and the evil that permeates and penetrates everywhere? How could you overcome that? Yahuwah says, I'm going to force them out. That's how you're going to overcome it. He said, Yahuwah said he's going to force them out. 2, Yahuwah your Elohim will put these nations under your power, and you will defeat them. You must completely destroy them. Do not make any agreements or covenants with them, and do not show them any compassion. That's what's going to hurt most of y'all. Trying to learn how to grow with the realness and take over lands. You're going to feel sorry for the pagans. You're going to feel sorry for those who are against Yahuwah. You got to get your heart set on sow seeds, see who chooses it. The rest of them, next. If you do, hold on, wait a minute. Do not show them any compassion, verse 3. Do not marry any of them. And do not let your sons and daughters marry any people from other nations. They must be followers of Yahuwah, period. This is what got some of y'all jacked up right now. You are married to the wrong person instead of being married to Yahuwah. Once he brings you out, make a decision. Once he shows you the truth, make a decision. That's why I set this up from the beginning, told you my story. Now you see how it's coming to play? My story is, I don't care what anything else is unless it's what it can be proven to be the truth to me. And if I can't figure it out, the hell with it, I'm out. If you are married to a non-believer and you have any physical contact with them, you are going into the lake of fire. Just exit this message and go, I don't believe you, Jay. The hell with you, Jay. Cuss me out. Whatever you want to do. Because if you call on the name of Yahuwah and you go and commit adultery, what's adultery? Do not marry any of them. Well, what if I'm already married? Not in Yahuwah's eyes. See, that's what most people ain't clicked yet. Yahuwah don't give a damn about your worldly piece of certificate of paper. He don't care nothing about that. Zero. Can't prove it nowhere in the scriptures. You are not married in the eyes of Yahuwah. The only people that are married in the eyes of Yahuwah are those who call on Yahuwah and marries another person that calls and follows Yahuwah. That's it. All other marriages are just pieces of paper that were created on the land that has nothing to do with the kingdom of Yahuwah. Nothing. And Yahuwah don't care nothing about it. You go in there and you lay down and you have sex or you kiss some other person and they don't call on and follow Yahuwah, you have committed adultery. You have broken the seventh commandment and there remains no more sacrifice for you. None. You are out. They ain't teaching this. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. I'm telling you what I can prove in the scriptures. You're not allowed to marry or have intimate relations with any other nations of people. None. Brother Larry said, you got to be married to Yahuwah first, then someone who follows Yahuwah, period. That's an overseer speaking there. Wisdom. He said, don't marry any of them people. He said, don't let your sons or daughters marry from any other nations. Nations means any other believers. You know why? He says, verse 4, if you do, then they will turn your children away from following Yahuwah. Then they will go and serve other Allahim, sign name gods. And then the anger of Yahuwah will burn against you, and you will be quickly destroyed. You in here, if you call on Yahuwah, see, one of these days, we got 140 people in the live right now. One of these days, there's going to be 1,400 in the live. Because all we're going to do is turn up the sorting even more now. Because now we got some good overseers, some good guardian keepers. We're getting some people in here, and we got people hitting the like and the share button more and more and more. Y'all remember when we started this out? Long time, it'll go between 30 to 60 people. Then it presses up. Now, several days it'll go 190 over 200. And all we got to do is keep pressing it up. Mike said, what about the past? Your past don't mean nothing if you call on Yahuwah. Everybody, don't let your brain go into silly mode. Once you call on Yahuwah and repent, you are a new creature. What are you doing talking about the past, Mike? Why would you talk about the past if you're a new creature? Think about that. Don't bring any silliness into your brain. That's Satan messing with you, and you don't belong to Yahuwah when you got them kind of thoughts. This is obvious. Obvious. It's so obvious, it's obvious. I said obvious. And you will quickly be destroyed if you deal with this stuff. Stay away from people. Don't get no intimate relationships with nobody. If you're married with somebody now and you ain't crossed that line, listen, I'm gonna help you out. If you called on Yahuwah and you went in there and you say you're a woman and you married to a man that ain't, and he got him a piece last night, stop coming on Promote the Truth. And you're done. It's over. You're going to have to figure out if you can prove me wrong. It's over. Now, I'm gonna give you some advice. Live life carefree and go out here and just go all out in this world and get as much as you can get, at least while you're here. Because at the end, you're out because you done trampled the blood of Yahuwah under your feet. So you can't get in. And you can't guilt your way with, you can't, Yahuwah, please have him. He ain't going to do it. Go on there and get in them churches. Have them make your conscience try to feel a little bit better. But you ain't going to get in. I'm teaching it right now, hardcore. So when y'all get in them situations, and you're going to get tested, every one of you. You're going to get in them situations, there's going to be somebody going to turn you on. Going to try to draw you away. And I'm telling you, you out. If you decide to cross that line, go completely away from Yahuwah. Stop talking about it. He ain't going to do nothing else for you. You're separated. It's done. Sister Yamani, oh, hey, that is a guardian keeper. She said, no one who puts their hand to the plow and then looks back is fit for the kingdom of Yahuwah. That's a fact. See, all the scriptures start to make sense when you don't make excuses. Ooh. All the scriptures make sense when you don't make excuses. When you stop doing all that, what about this? What about this? What about that? Look what Sister Eileen said. Narrow is the path. Straight is straight and narrow. Yahuwah said, this is what you must do to those nations. This is what we in here doing. Yahuwah, we being obedient and promote the truth. We doing verse 5 and on. We doing verse 5 and on. This is what you must do to those nations. You must tear down their altars, break down their pillars into pieces, cut down their Asherim poles, and burn their carved images with fire. Does that sound like, hey, go over there, man, have some understanding with them and pray with them and encourage them? No. Yahuwah says you got to be ruthless. Now, the laws of this land. Do not go burn nobody's houses and stuff up. I ain't telling you to do that. I'm telling you to mentally burn them up. Shut them down. If you're given the opportunity and they want to do it, they want to smash their idols like they did Sister Amber. Woman had the Marys and all them angels and stuff, and they was busting them up. If somebody wants to do that, that's on them. You got to remember to be wise on this land. But boy, if we could do it, if we could do it now, and you never know, Yahuwah might say, hey, I'm giving y'all release on the land. Rhonda said, I'm married to Yahuwah. I'm straight. That's better. Stay right there. And then get you a good one. Get your ass all kind of. Hey, y'all better thank your brother over here. Y'all better thank Brother Jay. I'm developing strong, powerhouse, beautiful men and women of Yahuwah. A lot of them are single. And they going to come together. Y'all going to see. Y'all going to make that. Just be courteous. Don't be weird. Be courteous. Be classy. You feel good. You drop somebody a little DM or whatever and just fish a little bit. Maybe do some Zooms with them. It ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ladies, don't be funny. Y'all got to be open too. Fellas, y'all got to be open. But don't be trying. If you're manipulative, when we catch you, we're going to kick you out of this organization. You know? But I'm telling y'all to be open. Because it's not good for a person to be alone unless they've decided to completely marry themselves to Yahuwah. And that's for a small piece of people. Do this because you are set apart people to Yahuwah your Elohim. Yahuwah your Elohim has chosen you to be his own possession above all people. Above all the people who are on the face of the earth. Hallelujah. Yahuwah chose you and showed you his love. It was not because you were such a large nation. No, you had the fewest people of them all. Yahuwah loves you, and because he would keep the oath which he swore to your ancestors. Yahuwah brought you out of Matzah with his mighty power and delivered you out of the house of bondage from the control of Parah, king of Matzah. These governments got control over a lot of us. Yahuwah's tearing that apart. They're not going to be able to keep that control. Look at Brother Yaakov said, when dating, don't act like Matzah. Don't act like you in Egypt. Don't act like that. Be classy. But at the same time, y'all be open. Y'all be real. You can't, you either got to go out there and recruit them and build them, or you got to get connected in here, and I'm helping to develop these people that are going to think the same way. And we got to get together, and some of y'all plenty young enough, let's get some babies going up in here. Let's get some marriages going. Let's multiply. Ain't nobody talking to y'all like this. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, get on the same accord. Y'all got these principles down to promote the truth. You think I won't want a couple of y'all to get together? And all of a sudden, a couple more? Shoot, I want about 20 of y'all together right now. And I want some babies popping. Sister Amber says, I'm married to Yahuwah, but he's building me up and preparing me for my soulmate any day now. I can feel it. Hallelujah. Sister Amber, bring him to her, Yahuwah. He got to be right. He might be on here right now, Sister Amber. Shoot, people say, I'm going to matchmake if I can. If y'all ever get around me and I see something, I'll be like, hey, y'all should talk. I'll do it. Sister Shannon says, same here. We got some beautiful, fine-looking women up here that they love Yahuwah, fellas. Ladies, we got some good, handsome men up in here, and they love Yahuwah, and they consistent. Hey, and many of them are attached to the vow Yaakov. Woo! Remember that Yahuwah, your allure, he is the only allure. See? 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 He ain't say nothing about no other names. Remember, see, that tells us now. He knew, Masha, when he wrote this, he knew we were going to read this. He telling us to remember that Yahuwah, your allure, he's the only allure. And you can trust allure because he keeps his covenant. Come on, Yahuwah. And shows loyal love to 1,000 generations of those who keep his commandments. Fam, Masha said, he shows love to 1,000. Do y'all know we ain't hit no 1,000 generations since he wrote that? Sister Amanda's in the building. Love you right back, sis. We ain't hit no 1,000 generations since he wrote that. Man, y'all got me tore up. Let me check something over here. Woo! Yahuwah, that just like rung in my soul. Y'all hear what Masha said? Y'all hear what Masha said? Thousand generations. Yahuwah's like that. Wait a minute. This is good, man. Loyal love. Daniel. Them two words together. Overseer Daniel Libby. Those two words together. I loyal love you. Don't love me. Shoot, it's too easy to say I love you. Tell me you loyal love me. Loyal me first. That's the only way I know you love me. Nope. I ain't riding with that just I love you. You got to loyal love me. Loving me, you might stab me in my back. Loyal love me, you will never stab me in my back. "88 generations since the time of Masha." 88 generations since the time of Masha. What that means is it's infinite. 88 generations, fam. If you just take 40 years as a generation, just take 40 years and consider that a generation. It's been around 3,525 years since Masha was here. You understand? So if you take 40 years as a generation, and it's been 3,528, 25, I should say, 3,525 years since Masha's been here. Do the math. Y'all went to school. 40. You take 3,525 divided by 40, you're going to get 88 and some change. That's right, Lizette. I loyal love you right back. Like, see, y'all don't understand. When y'all come in here with me, y'all don't know me from a can of paint. But you all of a sudden met somebody that loyal loves you from the gate. I don't dance around, play all them games. Sister Sherry will tell you, we like connected to the deep. Sister Sherry said, I love, loyal, love you, brother, emissary J. I'm back to back with you. Look, I don't play no games. When you come up in here with me, right away from the gate. And if you watch me over and over, I'm only edifying and uplifting people unless you come here talking crazy. I'm going to protect the kingdom then. You're going to see that warrior come out. But man, I'm loving on y'all all the time. I'm pumping you up. I'm edifying you. I'm telling you can do it. You the bomb. You awesome. Let's go. I believe in you. Let's stretch it out. Y'all understand? Take it. Stood back trying to figure me all out. What's this? What's this? What's that? Just accept my loyal love. Just accept it. Ask Sister Queen. Right, we met each other. She said, man, I know that brother loyal loves me and my husband and my family. Brother Larry, Overseer Larry Bowman said, without question or controversy, I loyal love you, emissary J. See, that's what we building. If you're on the outside, and right now, you might be a foreigner, you got to at least become a sojourner. I done nailed them words down, fam. We done went in there and fixed them. The foreigner, you on the outside. You ain't believing. Sojourner, you on the inside, but you ain't completely connected. You getting there, but you completely respected. Brother Brian Robinson in the building. Sister Yamani in the building. I'm telling you, y'all know I loyal love you. And all you got to do is meet me personally. And you're gonna be like, exactly how he had me feel. Exactly how he had me feel. When he was on that camera, is how I feel and even better now in this person. Russ is crazy. Russ said, go ahead and say I'm crazy. You crazy, Jay. I'm going to still be standing here loving on you. Bro, Jay's the realest. Hallelujah. Just wait till you get around. Hey, when we have our summer celebration, in Cartagena's beautiful island here. Oh, telling y'all, we have that celebration. And we get together. For some of you, it's going to be your first time. For some of you, it's going to be the second time we connect back up in less than a year. It's y'all going to feel like everybody that was at Sukkot, they never are ever going to get that feeling out of themselves. Ever. They're never going to get it out. Because you can't, listen, you can't, quote me on this, you can't shake real love. You can't get rid of it. If somebody ever really gave you that loyal love, you can't shake it. My grandparents, I can't shake them. To this day, I got their picture sitting over across from me. I look at them, ooh, my heart just fills up. They loyal love me in their way. I can't shake that. You come around us, what I'm telling you in here is what it is. I don't know of any other platform that has this real, we are not skirting around and tap dancing around stuff. We laying it down like it is. And it's full of loyal love, and loyal love don't take no stuff. It's all in with you, and while it's all in with you, it's sitting and looking around and protecting you at the same time. Like my grandma, they had me, but they looking around, you mess with our baby, it's gonna be on. Woo! We had 88 generations, and Masha talking about 1,000. Yahuwah keeps his covenant and shows loyal love to 1,000 generations to those who keep his commandments. Let's guard his commandments. That makes it more tight. Hallelujah. You got to guard them, not just keep them. Yahuwah punishes those who hate him directly and completely. See? Come on, Brother Paul Ben. You know we're waking up this world. Yahuwah, see, people don't understand this. If you hate Yahuwah, he hates you back directly and completely. Now, I'm like my daddy, Yahuwah. He will not delay. He will pay them back to their face. He says, you ain't going to wonder about who did it. Yahuwah going to be like, I'm going to make sure you know I did it. I destroyed you completely to your face. Come on, Jason. You know, Brother Jason, I ain't never felt no other platform show this kind of love. Therefore, you must be careful to guard and obey the commandments, statutes, and ordinances that I am giving you today. If you listen to these laws and be careful to obey them, then Yahuwah your Eluah will keep his covenant and continue to show you his loyal love that he swore to your ancestors. See, that first word is key. If. See, a lot of people, they want to get in, they come in up under with Yahuwah and they want him to keep his side of the covenant. But they don't want to keep their side of the covenant. A covenant is never one-sided. A covenant is never one-sided. It has to be an agreement between two or more people for it to be in effect. If it's just one person with a covenant, it's not going to happen. See, Yahuwah made the covenant with the ancestors, and then he starts searching to see who's going to connect with the agreement he made with Yaakov. He will love you, Baruch you, and multiply you. He will Baruch, sign name bless, your children, and he will Baruch your crops. He will also give you good grain, new wine, and oil. He will baruch your cattle with calves and your sheep with lambs. You will be fully baruch in the land that he swore to your ancestors that he would give to you. You will be favored above all people. Every husband and wife will be able to have children, and your cattle will have calves. Yahuwah will take away all sicknesses from you. See? There's got to be signs that you're rocking with Yahuwah. If you sick, you better get unsick. If you sick, you better get unsick. You know what's going on. You better go in that mirror and say, Yahuwah, I completely submit to you completely and fully. I'm not 3/4 following you. I'm following you all out. Completely heal my body. Give me the sign, Yahuwah, that you are my allure and I am pleasing to you. I thank you that you hear me and you set on it. And every day you thank Yahuwah for delivering you. And something weird, one day is going to just tick. I'm telling y'all. Sometimes it take a while. And you just keep thanking him. You wait. This is those who wait on Yahuwah will not be ashamed. I'm going to tell y'all a personal testimony. Years because of what my mom and dad did. I even had to tell my daddy this one time. They had me tore up. I had a superficial ulcer at the age of 9. 8 or 9, I was in the hospital. And my nerves were so tough because my parents were so wild. They were arguing all the damn time. It's got to be tough for my dad to hear this, but he knows. He know we done got past it, but y'all need to hear it. They were arguing all the time, and Dad was wild and tearing furniture up and stuff. I never seen him hit my mom, but I seen him tear stuff up. They always buying new furniture. And that got me, my nerves, and when my mom just left without any warning, she grabbed my little 4-year-old sister. I'm sitting there 8 years old, and she disappeared. And I didn't know where she was at forever. She just left a note on the table, I'm gone. That drove us. My stomach started eating itself. They call it a superficial ulcer. Then it turns into a full ulcer, but they caught it. But what it did is it messed up my digestive system, bad. And for years, no, decades, I couldn't go to the bathroom normal. I had to do stuff, laxatives, enemas, you name it. Always, my daddy will tell you. We going here and there. I got an enema bag on me everywhere. Hey, if you can't poop, you better do some enemas until Yahuwah fixes this thing. You got to get it out or else you'll die early. Enemas will save you. Enemas will save you if you ain't got it straight. I'm telling y'all, this stayed with me. And I called on Yahuwah. When I called on Yahuwah, I was immersed into his name. And then I still had this issue with my digestive system. Man, I said, Yahuwah, what is it? And he just working me through because we had to figure out all the birthday stuff and the Thanksgiving stuff. Because we didn't know. I was trying to figure it all out as the year. I done found Yahuwah, but there was a few little things like the birthdays, the Thanksgiving that we didn't have all tight yet. But see, Yahuwah will let some of that stuff stay on you until you get all that yeast out. But you just keep on digging. Yahuwah, take everything out of my life that's not pleasing to you, and you submit to it. Y'all know what? Yahuwah heal me. This is a big deal for me. I now go to the bathroom regularly, like a normal person. And this is a miracle for me. And anybody that was with me for years, even after with Yahuwah, this is a miracle. And I remember, I finally got tired of it a while back, and I said, Yahuwah, heal me. I don't want this anymore. I don't want to carry these enema bags around anymore. I thank you for hearing me. If I'm pleasing to you, and if I've got rid of all the stuff I need to get rid of, all the unintentional stuff, help me. And man, it just like came out of nowhere. One day I woke up in the morning and I had to go bathroom first thing. It never happened. I was like, I said, Lena, I went to the bathroom. No, she said, for real? It ain't the most uncomfortable thing to talk about this. Would y'all agree? But that's why we promote the truth. Because it's helping somebody. And then the next day it happened. Went to sleep, woke up. Hey, I done took it all. Sister Monica, digestive enzyme, probiotics, prebiotics, this. I took it all. My system was so jacked up, it just wouldn't. I just couldn't get normal. And I got the best herbs and minerals in the world. I manufacture them. Y'all don't get distracted. I see some of y'all, can I tell you? Hey, everybody got to be strong, period. Anybody act weak, you ain't welcome here. You understand? You act weak, you're not welcome here. We build strong people. Strength is a decision. You need some support? Reach out. Do it discreetly. Don't come in here acting like you down and out, because we will kick you out of here. You're commanded to be strong by Yahuwah. I know that's tough, but that's a fact. Hey, I got up the next day. And then then all of a sudden, in the afternoon, I had to go again. Because every time you eat, within about an hour or two, you're supposed to go to the bathroom. You're supposed to. All your real doctors, naturopaths. I ain't talking about MDs. They'll tell you. So that happened. I got delivered from that. So what I'm saying is that everybody here, listen to what Masha said. Yahuwah will, in verse 15, chapter 7, Deuteronomy, he said, Yahuwah will take away all sicknesses from you. If you got any sickness, you ain't got all sickness removed. And he will not bring any of the terrible diseases of Matzar on you that you knew. Instead, he will put the diseases on your enemies. Oh my goodness. Dang. Come on, Sister Eula. Rocket in Sweden. She said, I need to hear all of this. That's why y'all got to be in here. He going to take all the diseases that you was dealing with or were about to deal with. He going to put them on your enemies. Let them be sick. And let them look at us and go, why don't y'all get sick? We call on and follow the Most High Yahuwah. And there is no disease in the kingdom of Yahuwah. There's none. There's no maintenance. There's no like medical care. You just are healed. And you live healed. And you get a little something time to time over and it just quickly goes away. But you ain't got no heavy, devastating, stay on you stuff. And if some of y'all got it on you right now, I know you got it on you. I know it sounds tough. And that is your key. Your opportunity to break through and be strong in Yahuwah. There it is. That means you got a bigger what? What's the name? What's the name of this telethon? You got a bigger breakthrough opportunity. That means Yahuwah, I'm telling y'all, I know some of y'all got some tough stuff, and I know some of you personally. That stuff you got, my digestive problem was just as tough as your stuff. If Yahuwah healed me, I know he'll heal you. But he was making me get all of that yeast out of me that I wasn't thinking of little bitty things. We had to get the calendar nailed down. And even when you get the calendar nailed down, all of a sudden we're still collaborating with the world's calendar and what they got going on. And then people selling New Year's Eve and they're like, Happy New Year. You kind of like, oh, Happy New Year. And then finally you go, I call on Yahuwah. That ain't the real New Year. And then you go, and Yahuwah's letting some stuff stay on you. And Yahuwah said, don't do that. Oh, we can't do that. You just start going, we can't do that one. He brings you out of this world. You of the world. I mean, you in the world, but you're not of this world. Y'all understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute. It's good right here, man. Is this the bomb or what? You must completely destroy all the people whom Yahuwah your allure helps you to defeat. Anybody that's talking trash about Yahuwah, in your mind, destroy them. Leave them alone. Stop hanging out with them. It could be mom or dad. Be cool. If it's your mom or dad, be like, I appreciate y'all. But see, me and my mother don't talk. Not because I don't want to talk to her. She don't want to talk to me because I love Yahuwah like that. She don't even want to hear nothing about Yahuwah. Zero. She'll go every now and then. She'll wait years go by and then she might say something to me. She don't hear nothing about. I think when was the last time I talked to my mom? 2022. But I'm, hey, love you, Mom. I'm here for you. If you need anything, that's it. But I follow Yahuwah. I follow Yahuwah. Do not have any pity on them, and do not worship their Elohim whatsoever. They will trap you and ruin your life. See, if you're around any of that, they're going to trap you and ruin your life with Yahuwah. Do not say in your heart, these nations are stronger than us. How can we force them out? That's a big one for us today. With everything that's going on, I know for a fact Yahuwah going to force them out. And he just waiting on the 144 right here. Look, he wants 144 that's all in with Yahuwah. 144, where are you? If you're 144, like the message right now is hot. It's tight. But if that's you, put 144 in the chat. Like, this is a big calling on you. This ain't for everybody. This is non-negotiable. This is, I'm willing to be humble. I'm willing to go talk to Yahuwah, have him expose anything in me that's causing me not to get the fullness of him. Put it in the chat if you like 144. Because that's when he's going to drive these nations out. When we get, watch, when there's 144 of us that are identified, and I've already got about 40 of y'all identified. I've already got about, hey, I've got it. I've got you nailed in. About 40 of y'all there. You must not be afraid of them. See, we can't have no fear of these nations, these governments, these politicians, these religious rulers, these pastors, these preachers, these family members. We're not afraid of them at all. Instead, you must remember what Yahuwah, your Eluah, did to Para and all the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians. He's telling us today, remember what he did to them. They were such a powerful nation, like the strongest nation in the world now. Think about who are the strongest nations of the world now. Yahuwah submitted those people. You saw with your own eyes the great troubles he gave them and the wonders and miracles he did. Yahuwah's going to do it again. You saw Yahuwah, your Elohim, stretch out his arm and show his great power and strength to bring you out of Matzar. Yahuwah, your Elohim, will use the same power against all people of whom you may be afraid. So whoever you thinking, man, I don't know if I can, that same power is available today as it was then. Same power. Same power. Yahuwah says, I'm the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. Yahuwah your Elohim will send the hornets against them until he destroys all the people who escaped and tried to hide from you. There's going to come a time when you're going to be so empowered that people are going to be trying to run. People that hated you, try to kill you, they're going to be running from you and I and us. Do not be afraid of any of them, because Yahuwah your Elohim is with you. Yahweh with me. Sing it, y'all. He is a great and awesome Elohim. Got to pump him up. Yahuwah your Elohim will force those nations out of your country little by little. See? He didn't say all at once, I'm going to do it. The 144 are going to get together. As we're getting together now, the force is already starting to happen. The takeover is starting to happen now. You will not destroy them all at once. Why? You will not destroy them all at once. Otherwise, the wild animals would grow to be too many for you. That's why he's like, all right, you got to take over. Let's get land where we can then control the wild animals. Yahuwah, your Elohim, will let you defeat those nations. He will utterly confuse them while they are fighting you. He will do so until they are completely destroyed. This is what I know is going on now. And I know that will continue to go on. Everybody comes against us is going to be confused. Even though there's enemies that watch me all the time. Y'all going to be confused. You're going to see something that makes complete sense, and it's going to go completely different from what you thought. He will help you defeat their kings. You will kill them, and the world will forget their names and that they had ever lived. No one will be able to stop you. You will completely destroy them all. You must throw their idols into the fire and burn them. Do not take the silver or gold from those idols for yourselves, because it will become a trap to you and will ruin your life. You understand that? Leave that type of gold and silver alone. You don't want that one. You don't want that one. Those idols are an abomination to Yahuwah your Elohim. You must not bring any idols into your home. See? Everybody go do a sweep in their house and just look and see if there's anything in there that can be considered an idol, and get rid of it. People tricky these days. You know, they got all that feng shui and all that kind of stuff they doing. Man, them is idols. Yahuwah says they're an abomination. And you over there trying to get healed up. Yahuwah, he's holding you out in that desert until you dry all that stuff up. He says, you must not bring any idols into your home. They're an abomination, and you will be completely destroyed, just like they will be. You must completely detest idols and hate them because they are something that Yahuwah has cursed and set for destruction. That's why I hate crosses, them little fish steeples, church buildings, all that stuff. I hate that stuff. I don't like it. I hate it. Don't step your foot in there. What about, man, that such and such died? I got to go to don't you go in there. We done with all that. Can I go to the wake? Not if it's got a steeple up over there. Not if it's got crosses in there. Not if it's got the fake Jesus hanging up in there. Tamika said, I try to tell everybody, stop talking about them, Tamika. Anybody that don't want to go, do not give them any energy, sis. I'm teaching y'all, and I'm going to quit with this, and we're going to come back to the next session at about 2:15. Y'all listen to me. Don't be a rookie in Yahuwah long. Don't be a baby on the milk long. Get off the milk. You might well get in your brain. Almost everybody you talk to ain't coming with Yahuwah. Only a few out of all these billions of people are going to come with Yahuwah. Never even talk about them. As soon as you talk about them, they got your energy. And that same energy can go into you being happy. It takes energy to be happy. As soon as you go, well, they won't listen. That makes you sad. You got to be a disciple, a discipline. A discipline. You got to stay in a discipline. I can't talk about no's and people that don't want to go because none of that makes me happy. And I can't afford not to be happy because the joy of Yahuwah is my strength. And I got to be strong. Leave them people alone. Let the dead bury the dead. You heard that before? Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead talk to each other. We witness to them. They say no. We don't have no emotions. As soon as you say stuff like that, you go, and they don't want to really listen. That means you making it personal, and you ain't going in. Yahuwah wants disciples. Disciples are disciplined. You can't go with Yahuwah unless you are a disciple. You have to be disciplined to go with Yahuwah, period. And just know that Yahuwah is with you. I'm okay. I ain't even hit it. Because I'm expecting y'all to be disciples. I'm expecting y'all to be self-sufficient and self-motivated and know when we're doing a telethon, that means we got big moves we got to make in the kingdom. And to bring your best efforts, whatever it is, go to tsinfo.org and say, look, I want to bring my best for Yahuwah because we're rallying up. We only do it 2, maybe 3 times a month. We rally up. But look at the impact. Y'all see we approaching. We're getting up there near 300,000. I mean, we got subscribers, 289,806. We'll be over 290,000 by the end of the day. 25,754 people in the last 28 days. We're going to be over 20. By this time next week, we're going to be over 300,000 at this pace. What are we doing? No, the site was only under maintenance for a second. They told us 24 to 48 hours. It did back systems maintenance. Y'all shouldn't ask me that question. Go type it in. You should be giving us feedback. Everything's good. Everything rocking. I love y'all with all I got, but hey, if y'all want to rock with me, you got to choose to be strong, because I'm only going to teach the strong discipleship, because Yahuwah showed me hardly anybody's getting in. And if they weak, they don't even have a chance. They have zero chance if they're weak. So I'm not going to teach you to do that now. No. I'll catch y'all back in about 2:15.